again?
Romans 10 and 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah, they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge, man. Or they're ignorant of the Most High. They destitute of the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, although their spirit is linked to the Most High. You know? Our people are hella lost, man. You know? They want to do what they want to do. A lot of our people, even the ones that call themselves reading the scriptures, they'll take the Bible and try to take fit the scriptures. They try to fit the Bible to their life instead of fitting their life to the Bible. Okay, they try to establish their own righteousness. You know, they always claim that they have their own personal relationship with God. They can always tell you how their God feels, what their God believes should be. Well, my God believes this, or my God says that. My God is a God of love. You're supposed to have nothing but love in your heart. Well, they're ignorant according to the knowledge, man.
Okay.
The Lord didn't tell you to love everybody. Where is that in the Bible?
Okay.
Where did he tell you to love sodomites? You know? Am I supposed to love a pan-sagging, tatted up, cripping, blood-ass nigga, man? A nigga that's terrorizing, killing our people left and right in the streets, man? Yo, look at them niggas in Chicago, man. Over the week of Christmas, from Christmas all the way to like New Year, so-called New Year, over 50 people that got wounded, and like probably 20 of them dead, man. And that's a normal thing in Chicago.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness.
Yeah, they established their own righteousness. You know, well, my God said, you know, to love everybody. You know, my God wouldn't discriminate, all right? You know, except the lesbians and the gays. You know, that they basically, Jake, that has their own, that try to establish their own righteousness. They have I call it a builder God. They build their God, man.
Oprah Winfrey do that shit.
You know? Niggas like to build their God, man. What they believe their God is, man. Instead of the higher power, the Most High. Okay? Your thoughts are not the Lord's thoughts, man. Neither are your ways His ways. So you can't establish your own righteousness, man. The Lord already got the blueprint. He already got the instructions that He laid on the earth, man.
That's right.
He created the earth, so He gave you the instructions of how to live on it, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
And going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh.
So instead of accepting the truth and changing their ways, they just gonna go on and just do what the hell they want to do. Because they believe that what they're doing in their right and in their eyes is right. You know, you try to warn a nigga about smoking, he gonna laugh at you.
He gonna try to justify it.
Yeah. You know.
I'm Native American, I smoke. That's what we chiefs do. We cheat.
That's what we do. Like, nigga, I done spent on this ounce, you know.
I find God when I smoke this.
Yeah. You know? Niggas are trying to justify their own bullshit, man. They justify anything. Okay? Now realizing that's gonna lead you right to your death, man.
Is that what it says, they're about to establish their own righteousness?
Yeah, that's you just read that. Read that part again. And somebody get
Romans 10 and 3.
16 and 25.
For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness.
Yeah, they'll put the Bible behind their back and just create their own standard of righteousness. You know, basically, they can still they still going. The Christians, they still say you can commit all type of sin because you're not under the laws done away with because we're under grace and we're not under the old covenant. That's an example right there. You're going to establish your own righteousness. Because if a Christian come up and tell you that we're not under we don't have to keep the laws no more, then ask that same Christian, so am I able to be a murderer? They're going to tell you no. Well, why can't you be a murderer? You said we don't have to keep the law. We no longer under the old covenant. That's how you confound them jackasses, man. Do you tithe? You know?
Am I allowed to sleep with my neighbor's wife?
Yeah. Can
let me get sister such and such your wife for the night then.
Right.
See how you feel about that.
Right, man.
That's just wrong. Why? Where?
Yeah, man. You try to establish your own righteousness, man. Hey, let's use IUIC for an example. Their own righteousness is keeping the law. You know what I'm saying? They always push the fringe thing. They try to push, where your fringes at, brother? I'm supposed to know the name of the Lord, but not have fringes. That's their argument. But you forgetting the bigger picture. Because the law is not gonna, if you wear fringes, that don't mean you're gonna make it on the chariot, man. Did it say if you wear the fringes, you're gonna be delivered, or if you call upon the name of the Lord, the same shall be saved? The law itself can't save you, man. But you are supposed to keep the law. But you keep the laws that you can keep. You don't break a law willingly, man. That's the difference between us and you niggas, man. You establish your righteousness according to the law. Okay?
If I could quote it, I was going to read it. I can read it. Should I just read it?
Go ahead.
All right. Matthew chapter 23, verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint, right? Talking about, right?
Yep.
Of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
Yep.
Judgment, mercy, and faith.
Judgment, mercy, and faith.
Those are the most important things of the law that you should be going after, in particular of the law.
That's right, man. You niggas don't have it. You don't have that kind of balance, man. All you unreasonable niggas in Israel, y'all don't have that balance, man. You know? Those were the weightier matters of the law. Where's the judgment? Where's the mercy? Where's your faith? You even mocked at us being faith-based Israelites. So what does that make you? If that was an issue that we are faith-based Israelites, what does that make you then?
There ain't no faith Israelites.
You think the righteousness of the law is what's going to justify you? The scriptures is totally against that, man.
Hey, a lot of, if I may say it like this, bro, a lot of times when somebody hinges solely on the law, all these laws were just particulars, directly particulars of those things. Judgment, of how to be able to judge when to, when not to, yes and no, all of that. Mercy, when to give mercy and when not to. When this time you shouldn't convict them of the harshness of the law to that degree, or to which degree, that's mercy. And faith, when to believe on something, even though you don't see it.
Right.
Even though it ain't right there, to just believe it's the right thing to do.
That's right.
Those are the weightier matters, and the law backs up those things. The law actually strengthens those things, and those things strengthen the law.
That's right. Hey, and all those different faithful men of the Lord, when they were being praised in the book of Hebrews, all their acts were done through obedience to the Most High, and it had nothing to do with keeping the law.
It was all based in faith.
It was based on faith, man.
Not based on the actual works of the law, but they performed the works of the law.
Yeah. Matter of fact, somebody get Hebrews, man.
Yeah, let me finish this. It says, these ought ye have to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
Yep.
You know?
That's right.
With judgment, mercy, and faith.
Yep.
Hebrews. Oh,
Yeah, read that and then somebody get Hebrews.
Yeah,
Hebrews 11.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man.
Yeah, there are ways that seem right to men. Or there's different ways out there that seem
build a God, right?
that build a God, man. Everybody has their own God, right? You got men that believe in the way of LGBT, so they go and get trans implants. They get that surgery done, and they go out there and march in those faggot parades. Okay, you got men that believe in Islam, Okay? They believe that's the right way. But that same God always leads them to prison.
Hey, it's funny, Salaki. It made me think of when you said build a God, right? Reminds me of build a bear. You start the religion it starts you off with that first naked bear.
Yeah.
I want a brown bear, I want a white bear, I want a black bear, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you add on to it the things that you feel.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of men do. And tied into that prison thing, look where it leads you to though. Because it don't lead you to wisdom and righteousness and proper judgment, mercy. Because a lot of you didn't have mercy, that's why you made bad decisions.
That's right.
And you didn't have faith, that's why it led you to bad judgment, to bad mercy, you know?
That's right, man. Hey,
Led
man,
you right to prison.
if you were a real man of the Lord, you would hate every false way, like King David said, man. He said, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Okay?
And there's some, if I may say, bro, there's some natural precepts in the world. When things line up the right way, when you know the wrong way, you just know not to go that way. That's just actuality. If every time I was drinking and driving, I've been either pulled over by the cops, or I've got jail, or crashed my car, or whatever, well, you know that's the wrong way now. You don't need to hear somebody read it out the book to tell you. It's just a bad precept of life. You don't need, that doesn't line up with wisdom. Uber lines up with wisdom, my bad. Lines up with wisdom, you know? Or even better, not drinking to that level.
Or you learn it even.
I mean, that's common sense.
Right, but that
Really,
those
it's just- yeah.
are the right ways. People don't use common sense.
Yeah, man.
Always trying to turn up. Yep.
Yeah, man. You finish that?
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Slap. He said, what he said right before, I want you to read it again for this brother. He said, Jake don't learn from their mistakes. My dad always told me something. He said, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting different results. Meaning you didn't learn from your mistakes.
Yep.
Jake, see all these people fucking up, but they continue doing it, or they'll mess up, and they'll continue doing the same thing. Like that's the way to get things done. It's not. You're gonna have to change something. You have to learn from your mistakes. But there's a way that seems right unto a man. You think that that's the right way. I think I can make it work this way.
Yeah. If black woman is God, that's a way. And you niggas don't realize that spirit is ancient. That's an ancient spirit, man. That whole worship of the woman, that's ancient, man. There's nothing new under the sun. And you same niggas are back under that same vibration over again, man.
And some of them don't realize that's what they're doing.
Yeah. You thought that was a right way back during that time, during the ancient Babylon. You back in the modern Babylon doing the same thing. Following the false way. You know? So the scriptures, hey man, this is true wisdom here, man. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death, man. All right. A lot of our people, you worship weed, you worship money. Basically, you worship things that's pleasurable to your flesh, man. And all those things always lead you to your death. All right, you just gotta have so much alcohol, and then you die of liver disease. You know, you eat a lot of shrimp, crab, lobster, and nobody can tell you that you can't. You know, if I tell you commit a sin because you eating abominations, you got an issue with that. But then have the nerve to tell people to pray for you because you laid up in the trauma center, hooked up to machines and shit, man. You know? Well, you thought that way was right. Or you believe in the homosexual way. You believe men should have the right to deal with other men. Which that's a mentally ill, sick, perverted demon that's on you. But you believe, there's a lot of people believe that that's right. Okay? A lot of our women, they push that in among Jake, man. The biggest friends among the so-called black women are homosexual men. Go to Atlanta, go to ATL, man. You know,
That's the
and you
best
wonder why a lot of them got the STDs, man,
Hey,
and AIDS. The HIV and HPV rate is very high over there in ATL, man. You know, but hey, that's the way of life down there. They think that's the right way, but it's leading them to death. A lot of niggas drop dead from those deadly STDs that they catch. That's on them niggas, man, because they ain't right.
they girls hairdresser.
Yeah. And then these simple ass women, they'll get with the most thugged out niggas that be the most they be the most fagged out. He over there sleeping with this dude, and then he's coming home and popping you. You know?
Hey, you know what? I lived in Atlanta a little while, man, in the late 90s, man. And they were really about that. There's people out there that be like, hey, man, you can just do that. It's okay. Like, you know, that don't mean you don't like girls. I'm like, what? You do mean I don't like girls. Like, I had a discussion with one of them.
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean, you know, to be with a man, it's cool. Then you just go be with some girl. Like, no. Like, no.
Dookie stick.
That's nasty.
That's why it says.
Real lifestyle.
That's why it says that way leads to death.
Hey, by the way, women on women is the same bad,
Same thing.
bad also. Let's not act like we all about what that's cool. No, threesomes and all that shit is bad as well. Thus says the Bible. All that's bad as well.
That's right, man. You know? Hey, all them things that you think is because the white man gives you the liberty to do it, that doesn't make it right, man. All right? You smoking all them cigarettes and all that tobacco and marijuana, man. It's coming out that studies show that there's this new stomach disease that people are developing because of that smoke.
Oh,
Okay? And they say it's very, very painful, and some people are even dying from it, man. It's linked to all the aerosols that's in the smoke that you're inhaling and pulling into your system, man.
I want to say that so people say, well, I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke hookah. Hookah is like smoking, I think an hour, I did the study on it. An hour of smoking hookah is like smoking 10 packs of cigarettes or something like that, 100 cigarettes or something like that.
Yep.
1 hour of hookah. You sit around puffing and passing or whatever you do. This new vape shit is still nicotine and all the negative effects of it. Plus you got all the extra stuff from the paste, the fruit paste or whatever y'all do with that. All that other stuff that go with it too that ain't meant to go in your body.
Yep.
All that's bad, man. Thus says the Bible.
And it leads you to death. All right?
Those are just the wise paths that you should know, but our people are destroyed because you don't have knowledge of it. You follow it ignorantly. You do these things not realizing that they're just so bad for you.
That's right.
You know, you do them thinking like, oh, well, you gotta die. You don't have to die of something. You don't. You can live a long time and do wonderful things. That's the whole argument of the death penalty. How many great things have people done that should have sought death? How many great books, Nobel Peace Prize winners have been on death row? Have been, you know, some of them have lived to write great, well, supposedly great books, but won prizes, Nobel Peace Prizes or whatever else for the books they've written.
That's right.
Convicted criminals.
That's why it all leads to your destruction, man. Anything that Esau promotes and pushes, you better believe it's basically against your soul, man. It's to get you to sin and go off from the Heavenly Father, man. And everything is all set up and geared towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It's all set up to come against you, man. To take you out of course.
Because the so-called white man, the devil, he know Esau written in the Bible, he knows if he gets you, he can get the whole world. Because you influence, you Negro, Hispanics, and Natives, you influence the whole world. So if he can destroy you and get you walking down that destructive path, the whole rest of the world will follow you down that path.
That's why that's why them gutter rats, them so-called Jews, that's why they start these record companies and pull in the most demonic nigga they can find and elevate them, uplift them, give them all the promotion in the world, give him a bunch of press or promote him, make sure his record is spinning all day, every day.
Them same demonic mantras over and over, chants and mantras all damn day.
Yeah, man.
Putting them demonic wicked thoughts into your mind.
Yeah. That's exactly what he does, man. Yeah, give me Proverbs 15:3, and then we're going to go into that in Hebrews. 15:9. Proverbs 15:9.
Drop that Hebrews.
We're going to get to that next.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 9. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord.
Yeah, the way of the wicked is an abomination in the sight of the Lord, man. Anything that the wicked promotes or perpetuates, it's an abomination in the sight of the Lord, man. All right, notice everything that this white man uplifts. All right? Transgenders, man, come on, man. Turning children into transgenders and call it gender evolution.
Yeah,
That's an abomination, man.
When was children ever known to be able to make sound decisions?
Right. You want to get them while they're children, man. And you know children are the most gullible, impressionable because they're young. They're still trying to learn.
They're sponges.
Yeah. And so when they grow up and they start going to the schools and they learning that to be a transgender is a honorable thing to be.
Yeah.
That's straight up, that's demonic as hell, man.
Hey,
that's why it says the way of the wicked is an abomination in the sight of the Lord, man. The way of the wicked, man. All right?
I was going to say this, but the brother came up with something better. He came up with an article.
Go ahead.
It's the article that one of the brothers put on Babylon Must Fall.
Yeah, read it out loud, too.
This is
What website is that?
This is New York mag.com.
Okay, read it so they know.
This is an article from nymag.com. New York City issues America's first intersex birth certificate.
Wow.
From birth? They didn't grow up, they weren't born a little pee-pee or without a little pee-pee? For real? But you're gonna say it doesn't matter which one it is? No, it matters, because that little pee-pee or without the pee-pee says what they are.
See, all that is basically this devil fighting against the Most High.
Yep.
Because the natural order of things is if you're born a male, you're a male. If you're born a female, you are a female. That's what God made you, man.
Yep.
Right.
When you come out and all of a sudden you want to identify with another sex, or you even allowed to change your birth certificate, that's fighting against the Most High. And you wonder why the Most High is not going to have mercy on you people, man? Come on.
One way on the birth certificate, one way for 55 years, and now they changed it up.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. That's crazy, man. And that's why the Lord said He will not hold His tongue as concerning the wickedness, man.
That's right.
All right. It's gonna be to a point where the Lord, when His men ain't out here prophesying and preaching, man, that's when the Lord's gonna let loose on you people, man.
That's right.
He gonna let them death angels out.
He gonna move us up out the way.
Yeah.
So He can touch that mind anointed.
Yep.
And then all y'all gonna get jacked up.
Hey, them angels that the Lord got bound by the river Euphrates, the angels that are on the four corners,
Yep.
the ones that's gonna unleash the wind of destruction, man. Them angels, they can't wait till the Lord let them off that leash, man.
Right.
Until the Lord tells them go, man. Cause they gonna let loose, man. Intersex birth certificates. We were warned, though. That's in the scriptures.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Prophet Ezra, he was prophesied that wickedness shall abound, wickedness shall increase.
It's not alarming to us But why is it not alarming to you?
Because they're wicked too. If you don't have an issue with it, you're wicked. You're just as wicked, man.
Yep.
Did y'all just see his shirt?
What
No.
it say?
Natural born sinner.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, he's in the right place too. He's in the right place, man. He's a born sinner, and he's coming straight to Sin City to commit more sin, so the Lord can destroy his ass, man. You know? Yeah, read that again in Proverbs, man.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 9. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that follow after righteousness.
Yeah, the Lord only loves those that follow after righteousness, man. All right. Who shall rise up against the workers of iniquity for me? You know, these devils that are in position of power to give the people on the planet Earth the liberty and freedom to do without will, to do everything against what the Most High set up. Who's gonna stand up against these people, man? You know, because the ways of the wicked are an abomination, man. Abominations are wicked, filthy, detestable acts, man. All right, adultery, that's an abomination. Lesbianism, gay, homosexuality, transgenderism, that's an abomination.
Right.
Okay? That's an abomination. All right? That's it on that, man. We was going into Hebrews, right?
11.
Yeah, now we gonna change gears, switch gears, and basically because I was going into earlier how I said a lot of the faithful men who was getting the praise in the New Testament, it wasn't according to the works of the law, but it was the righteous acts of faith because they obeyed the Heavenly Father when He commanded them to do things that He wanted them to do. It had nothing to do with the righteousness of keeping the law. All right. So, and that ties into establishing your own righteousness. If you consider your righteousness according to keeping the law, then you're setting up your own righteousness because the Lord ain't accepting your righteousness according to the law. Because if it's according to the law, you're worthy of death because you can't keep every law. You're not going to keep every law, especially if we're in this flesh. All right, we're subject to sin in these bodies, man. Yeah, you can start at the top.
Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith.
And this is one of the things that the men of the Lord is supposed to inhabit, man. That's the main thing. That's our main foundation is faith. Okay. We don't believe in being delivered. We don't believe money is going to save us out of this destruction, man. We don't believe mounting up with weapons like the so-called Black Panther Party, man. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Okay. This is all based off of faith, man. And faith is only given to a certain select men because it's a gift from the Heavenly Father. So go ahead and get it, bro.
Hebrews 11 and 1.
This is faith. This is the definition of faith. Go ahead.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Read that again.
Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
It's the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. Okay? Basically, you're hoping for something and you're expecting for something even though you don't see it. Okay? It's just like when the Lord said in this very same chapter, the things that you see are made of the things that you don't see. Well, that's basically what our faith is, man. We believe that the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
All right, that's our faith. That's what we believe, man. All right, we believe that Esau is the so-called white man. All right, He's the devil. He's going into slavery. All right, we believe that the elect are going to be delivered. We believe that we're going to get spiritual power. All right, these are the things of faith, man. And just because you don't see it right now doesn't mean that it won't happen. That's why we have faith. Okay? We have faith that these prophecies are true. And so far, the prophecies have been true. All right? Your pastor wasn't preaching about the mark of the beast being an RFID chip 20, 30 years ago, man. All right? They didn't teach you that America was Babylon the Great. They didn't teach you that who you English call Jesus Christ is a so-called black man and not a damn white man. All right? But through faith, the Lord gave us the spirit of understanding. Keep going, huh?
Verse 2. For by it the elders obtained a good report.
So through faith was how they received their great report. Notice it didn't say by the law they received a good report. All right? Now, don't get me wrong. If you was keeping the law, but you was still a man of the Lord, hey, you also was given a good report based off of that as well.
Yeah.
You had men of the Lord who had good report according to the law. All right? But the Lord is looking past the law. He's looking for faith, man. Okay? Because faith is synonymous with loyalty. The Lord is looking for loyal men. All right? Just like you have a wife, you expect her to be loyal to you. You know? You expect her to be bound by your rules. You know? You expect her not to go creeping off. You expect her to get dinner ready when you get home from work. You expect her to nourish your children. All right? It's the same thing with the Heavenly Father. Israel is a woman to the Most High. And as long as you worship in these different wayward philosophies and doctrines out here, especially that came from the devil, you commit adultery against the Most High. All right, now you're an infidel. You're not trustworthy, man. That's why the Lord set up 7,000 men, which seven means completion. He set up a certain amount of men who are going to be loyal to him. 7,000 men that will not bow their knee to the image of Baal. That was symbolic of the men who are not going to be found with gall in their mouth. They're going to be pure in the sight of the Lord. They're not going to be defiled with that strange woman we call philosophy. That same thing that she-devil came up here earlier to try to beguile us with. Trying to praise demonic ass Greek philosophers.
She's in a Greek. Hey, we know that she was in a Greek mentality this whole weekend, or however long she was here.
Oh yeah.
She's in that whole Greek gymnos, getting naked, party, bacchanalia, for Bacchus and all that. She's in all of that this weekend. Yep. You know, so when we talking against it, she still got that in her spirit that she want to praise it.
That's because she's one of them.
Yeah,
because
she wants to praise it.
Yeah, because she's an Edomite, and you know that's their spirit. You know,
They was into that.
that's what they into. Their spirits are naturally into that stuff, man. You know. Let's get back into it.
Verse 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High.
Yeah, when the Lord created the planet Earth, He used His Son and the angels to create it, but He used His word. Basically, when the Lord spoke it, Yahweh Shai, who you call Jesus Christ, and the angels basically brought it to fruition. They're the ones that put the elements together to create, you know, the light, the heavens, the waters, which the waters represents the elements. They brought it. He spoke them, and he brought them together and created what you see today, man. And everything that you see with your physical eye is created of things that you can't see.
If I can say it like this, things spoken in spirituality was made into tangibility.
Yep.
You know?
That's right, man. You can't see the air that you breathe, but you feel it, and you breathing it in.
Yeah.
Can't see the wind that blow.
You know, when a person dies, when their spirit dies, you don't see their spirit leave their body, but their spirit left. All right. Same thing. You know that there was a spirit that was in that body. All right. And what's funny is I don't know if y'all seen that movie Contact back in the 90s. Contact. Yeah. That was basically that was a whole test of that was about faith, man. When you get into the spirituality of it, she was all scientific about shit. And then when that thing dropped into that wormhole, and she came back and she was trying to explain to them what she saw, they didn't believe her. But before, when she was a scientist and she didn't believe in a higher power, she didn't believe in the spirit, the spirituality side of things, man. She was just all carnal, and it was all about being a scientific astrology. You know, she needed to see it for herself. So when she fell through that wormhole, she saw some shit that she couldn't even comprehend, and she also saw her father. When she traveled in that realm, man. You know? So when they put her on Front Street, they treated her like she treated them. People that so-called had a belief or had a faith in God, so to speak. You know? And she broke down because they was treating her like she was a nutcase. You expect us to believe that? Where's your tangible evidence?
Yeah, because you was all about tangible.
You was all about your science and your evidence. Where's your evidence about these things that you saw?
Funny, I got a script to go with everything you said, but to tie it back in, that's the same thing with IUIC in this law. The law was about tangibility, but really it's a spiritual thing.
Yep.
Keeping the law is spiritual.
Yep.
The law itself is a spiritual law.
Spiritual.
More than it manifests into actual things that you do, but there's a reason for that. You know, there's a reason that you do it because you're feeding your spirit, not just because when we feed our spirit, we're condemning our flesh because our flesh would do the things that's not of the law.
Yep.
He had more? He had more, right?
Yeah.
I'll read it out.
Verse 3 again.
Let me read
Hebrews 11:3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High,
Yep.
so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Keep going.
By faith Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain,
Yep.
by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Yep.
Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
That's right. And it was basically based off of obedience. Because Abel, he obeyed the Most High, and Cain, which we know is Esau in the reincarnation, he was the rebellious one. All right, there's no, basically Esau, he's the type of dude who will not obey authority. He'd rather be the authority.
Right.
And he wants you to obey him.
Because he's that man-made.
Yeah.
Build the God himself. He wants to be able to build himself up as God.
Yeah.
But he wants you to believe that though.
That's why he has that God complex. That's why the elite started with the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and them. That's why they have all these different restrictions and guidelines and all these different penal codes and all that. It's because they want to exalt themselves as being a higher power, man. Got everybody under surveillance. They get to watch everybody, control you, put you in slavery. All right. But Abel, he was the righteous one. Okay, because he sacrificed to the Lord what the Lord actually requires. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found because the Most High had translated him.
Yep. Meaning the Lord basically transferred his spirit to the spirit realm. He didn't even die. The Lord changed his body and he just went up into the spirit world.
Yep.
Disappeared off the earth. Okay? Go ahead.
The Most High had translated him, for before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High.
Yep.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Yeah, without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. And really, when you think about this society, it's based off of nothing but tangibility, man. There's nothing about faith in this country at all, man. All right? There's no true faith here in this society, man.
That's why they call us faith-based Israelites.
You know? Everybody got to see things to believe in. You know?
Now, Thomas.
Yeah.
And there's no take my word for it, you know?
Right.
That's what the Most High wants from us. He
Yeah.
wants us to take his word for it, literally. Take his word for it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Now,
it's
Thomas had
it's
to see the holes.
yeah, man. It's impossible to please the Most High without faith, man. Keep going. Like you false Israelites that fell out, man. You lost the faith, man. So the Lord, he has no pleasure in you. He's gonna get rid of you, man.
Verse 6. Hebrews 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Yep.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is,
Yep.
and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
That's right. Hey, that he is, right? That's what the word Yahweh means in the Hebrew. He is, man. So you gotta believe on Yahweh, and you also have to believe on his son.
Because his name has he is also in it.
That's right.
He is Savior. or
Believe that the
deliverer.
Most High, Yahweh, he is, and that his son, he is deliverer.
Yep.
Because the Most High is delivering Israel through his son. All right? Keep going.
Verse 7. By faith, Noah warned of God of these. Hold on. Verse 7. By faith, Noah being warned of God of these things not seen as yet, moved with fear,
Yep.
prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heir of righteousness, of the righteousness.
I want to say this about Noah. On that ark, there was enough to save most of those people.
Yep.
There was enough room on there. I mean, all of them wasn't going to be in it, you know? But the Most High had him set up those dimensions because he knew they went. But before the animals got on, there was still room and plenty of food. But really, it was really just enough for him and his household because the Most High knew all of them wasn't going to make it. But that takes faith to go out and tell them and build it without no evidence of it. That really takes faith.
Yeah, because back then, he was told that the Most High was going to send rain on this place. And back then, it was never, it never rained. It was just a dew, you know? So when he was out there prophesying to the people that the Lord's going to send rain, they laughed him to scorn. Just much like you people do today about how we telling you how America's going to be destroyed, and you laugh at us in your pride. All right? So we sit in Noah's seat.
Which is even weirder because they hadn't seen rain, but you know these missiles exist.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And they were aware these people were asleep as hell.
So when he built that ark up, he did it he obeyed the Heavenly Father, and the Lord was like, hey man, he's righteous. He went on and did what I told him to do. He followed my instructions. You know? Good job, son. Don't you tell your son, good job, son, when he do what you told him to do, and he does a good job at it?
When he just followed directions and don't need deep explanation on why.
Exactly. Noah just went on and did it, man. He didn't question the Most High. He went on and did it.
Stay on his ass either.
Yeah. So that was accounted for righteousness. All right. It had nothing to do with the law. There ain't no law in the scriptures that tell you we must go and build a ark
Right.
that we got to get into in the nah, man.
Spiritual ark. Rebuild.
That wasn't a law in the scriptures, man. The Lord told him, he just instructed him to do it. You know? Go ahead.
Back to verse 7. By faith, Noah being warned of God of things not seen as yet.
Yeah, they
moved-
didn't see rain back then. But eventually they saw it. And they saw too much of it.
Banging on that drum.
You know? You know? They didn't think Noah was crazy then. And you same people, when America's getting destroyed, you know, when martial law is in the streets, you're going to be just like the people that was trying to bang on that door, man. You're going to be trying to look for answers, and you're going to remember that we was telling you these things, man. All right? And we told you out of faith, man. Fucking sodomites. Go ahead.
Straight up.
Go ahead.
Noah being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear.
He moved with fear. He feared the Most High. Let me get my ass up and do this now, for the Father move on me.
Fear the Lord will persuade men.
Knowing the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. All right. No one knew the fear of the Lord. That's why he jumped up and did what he did, and what he did, he delivered him and his household through fear of the Lord. You know. Same thing with Lot. I believe it goes into Lot too in this chapter. Man.
Just like,
Yeah.
Moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became the heir of righteousness, which is by faith.
That's right. It's righteousness which is by faith, man. So the Lord looks at your righteousness based upon faith, man. Okay? Just because Jake is keep rocking a beard on his face, that don't make him a man of the Lord, man.
right.
Or
Even
just
rocking
'cause-
fringes don't
Even
make you-
rocking fringes don't make you a man of the Lord, man. Are you going out there teaching in the winter, in the cold? You niggas ain't doing that. Y'all don't fear the Lord, man. The Lord told you that you must go on the highways and hedges, man. He never told you that you must take breaks, you must stop. Okay? When the Lord put the Spirit on Apostle Paul, he made it known that when you use these scriptures, you're supposed to be doing His work in season and out of season. You're supposed to be diligent in this thing, man. You ain't showing diligence if you ain't coming out here all year round.
Correct.
Where's your faith at? See, what we're doing, when we preach when it's 100+ degrees, or whether it's
38.
38, 28, whatever, we gonna come out here and we gonna teach our people, man. We gonna do what the Lord said. Why? Because we fear Him and we have faith.
Correct.
All right?
And like we talked about the parable of the householder, right? If he come back, what shall he find you doing?
That's it.
What if he come in the wintertime? What if it was required?
Hey, that's
that
why
you
He
be
said,
on the
pray
streets?
not that your
Like
flight be
being
in the
a-
winter.
Correct.
Right.
What if you come back and you niggas is all
In the house,
you in the
warmed by the
house
fire.
chilling? You know, you got your little
Hot
hot
chocolate.
cocoa with the marshmallows in it.
Hey, you waiting on the bus, right? You waiting on the bus.
Yeah.
You want to catch the bus somewhere, but you ain't at the bus stop.
Right.
You in the house. I'm gonna stay 5